Absolutely the best and the greatest and the most spectacular and the most perfect right now, because the goal always indeed is to be so. Message and communication is for Sagar Panchal. Sagar Panchal, it's in the US it would be pronounced as Panchal. In India it's pronounced as Sagar Panchal. And of course J. Patel. This is your success facilitator, Kaivan Irani, because I truly, inherently, indeed am so. Now the question is, well, we can connect. The thing is now, before we proceed forward, we got to start formalizing certain things. You know, it's not just going to work just over the phone or over WhatsApp. At least I am going to be unwilling to work informally. That's not the way I work. So we got to define certain things. We got to define other objectives. And once we have it defined, we have an agreement. Only then and then can we move forward. By all means, you can choose to opt to work with anybody who you choose to. Myself, there has to be a structure, and only when the structure is in place then we can move forward with very specific objectives. Now, having said that, I'm going to define a couple of other things. When people are going to invest, the first thing is they are going to invest. Most of the investors who put in money in any startup, they are going to have a couple of basic questions. One, what's the amount? Okay, we have the amount on paper, we have a amount defined. Second is, if there is a ROI, what's the ROI? And it's not about what we say, it's about that it must be attractive to the investor, the person who's putting in the money, because the people who put in the money have the say. Because without the money, there is no progress, there is no breakthrough, there isn't going to be any breakthrough in any country, in any part of the world. So that's a reality. So that's a reality check. So what we got to do is we got to do a reality check. We got to have everybody aligned, because if there is nobody aligned, Jay Patel, I don't know where he is right now, and Sagar, we got to figure these things out. And once we figure these things out, we got to have a presentation that appeals to the investor, because the investor is the person who's going to put in the money, right? Only when the money, when the funding comes in, do we have any probability of creating successful outcomes, right? So again, this is Kaivan Irani, your success facilitator. I expect that this provides you with complete clarity, both of you who are engaged in the process. Any further questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and I am going to be able to provide you with specific clarity as to what is what and what do we have to do to create successful outcomes. Because successful outcomes is what we are all seeking now, because that is as true as we see the sun rise from the east. Make it a pleasant and a phenomenal, and of course you fill in the blanks, because remember, you always deserve the very best.